There we go. All right. Okay. So we've got 30 minutes of yoga ahead of us. If you've got a playlist, you can go ahead and get that started. But we're going to get started a little bit differently. We are going to start on our bellies in a half frog. So for half frog, let me just get my music going. That's how I know I'm on track with my time. Go. Okay. So with your half frog, remember you want your knee in line with your hip. And you want a 90-degree angle in your knee and in your ankle. And then you can make a pillow with your arms. You can let your forehead rest. You can let one ear rest. It's completely up to you. I'll also let you pick the leg that you'd like to start with here. But I want you just to settle into this shape. And notice as you settle in, take a big deep breath. And then just exhale that out. And as you take those breaths to settle in, I just want you to scan through the body and notice in particular your hip here. So you don't even realize a lot of the time that you may be tensing and lifting that hip. So I want you just to breathe and allow all those exhales to just release tension in the inner thigh and in the hip here. And then notice what else is speaking to you. Like my right shoulder is really angry right now. So notice all of those things, acknowledge them. And then use this practice to show some grace, some ease into those really tight, tough, sore spots. Acknowledging limitations without judging them. And in those limitations, just honoring the space that you can move within. And if that's all the capacity you have, it is completely fine. Take another breath in. As you exhale that out, just slide your leg back and then slide the other leg up. You can hear the effort it's taking me just to get my leg hoisted up today. And then those big, deep cleansing breaths as you switch sides here. Noticing how this hip reacts. Where can you soften? Where can you release? Take another breath in. And as you exhale, just slide that leg back in line and bring yourself up into a Sphinx pose from here. And in that Sphinx, we want our elbows stacked under our shoulders. Spread your fingers really nice and wide. Draw the front edge of the mat towards you as you lift through the crown of your head. Let your shoulder blades slide down your back. And I just want you to get really tall without crunching up the back of your neck. Just get really nice and tall through the crown. And now maybe let your neck roll in each direction. Maybe it just kind of hangs in the middle here. And just notice what comes up. Now I want to come into the pecs from here. So we're going to slide back down to the chest. I want the left elbow in line with your left shoulder. You can either keep a cactus shape, which is more intense, or straighten out the arms. So you've got a straight line from fingertips to shoulder. Put your left ear to the mat. Right hand is in front of your chest and just roll open onto that left hip. The right leg can kick over like mine has, or you can be in a fetal position. And I just want you to pay attention to not overstretching the left shoulder here. Roll back to belly. And let's just switch sides. Bring the right arm out, right ear, right cheek to the mat. And then take the shape that works for you with your legs. Roll back to your belly. And I just want you to support yourself just enough so we can stretch into the quads from here. Bend your left knee, catch your left ankle. You can let your forehead rest to your right hand. I want your knees side by side. Gently release. Bend your right knee and catch that right ankle now. Stretching out the quad here. Gently release. And let's press it back into a child's pose from here. So just send the hips up, take your knees nice and wide, let your hips settle down and back, and let's just lengthen through the spine. Let your forehead settle to the mat. Let your hips get heavy to your heels. And now slide your right arm through, right ear, right cheek comes to the earth. Find to thread the needle. You can walk the left arm over and across. Unwind. And just switch sides. Left arm comes through, left ear, left cheek to the ground. And wind back through center. Reach the fingertips forward, take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk the hands off the right edge of your mat. Send your left hand to top of right. Let your left hip just draw down towards the earth. Inhale, center. Exhale, walk the hands off the left edge. Send your right hand to top of left. Right hip draws down towards the right heel. Inhale, draw through center. Press the palms into the mat. Let's come all the way up to a tabletop. And in that tabletop, I just want you to move organically. Maybe some cat-cows, maybe just shimmy the hips from side to side. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes, breath in, exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, move. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees, look forward, walk, step, top of the mat. Inhale, palms to shins, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, fold and just heel toe your feet, hip width apart. Find a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, close your eyes, sway, move here. Release fingertips to the mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, step your left foot behind you. Find a lizard lunge. So I want both hands on the inside of that right foot right now. You can have a block here. Keep the left knee up and off the ground. And I want you just to find your little shimmies from front to back, from side to side, and just get really nice and long through your spine here. Hug that right knee into your tricep. Take an inhale. As you exhale, let's find a wide pyramid, keeping the hand on the inside of your legs or on the inside of the right leg. The left heel may not touch, but I want you to just press that left heel towards the ground, get a stretch through your calf. Sink it forward, lizard lunge. And I just want you to move in that pattern, keeping your hips nice and square for just a few rounds of breath. Sink into your lizard lunge. Step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, roll all the way to stand. It is okay if your feet are still wide. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step your right foot back, find your lizard lunge. So same thing, left knee is now hugged into the left tricep. You're just gonna wiggle that hip open. Really pressing that right hamstring towards the ceiling here. Take an inhale, exhale, find that wide pyramid, keep your hips nice and square, send the right heel towards the ground. A block really helps here. And then your breath as you just move from front to back here. Sink into your lizard lunge. Right foot steps up. Inhale, rise. Reach overhead, take a full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hand or step back to downward facing dog from here. Pedal it out. It's okay if your feet remain wide here. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees, walk or step, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale again, wiggle your feet, hip width apart, left foot steps back, find your lizard lunge here. We're gonna build on this sequence just a bit. So again, it's gonna be super helpful to have a block here. I want you to rotate that back heel. We're gonna come up into an extended side angle. So in that extended side angle, I'm gonna pop my block up really nice and high, or your left elbow can rest on the inner thigh, or on the thigh, I should say. Reach the left fingertips, and then I want you to make some big circles in that left arm, each direction. Make sure you're not dumping weight into that right shoulder. Left fingertips reach over your ear. Follow me here. I'm going to move all the way into the back knee and find a lateral lunge or a Skandasana all the way down. Getting that inner thigh really nice and open here. If you're in Skandasana, remember the right toes flex towards the ceiling. You got to turn the left toes out just a little bit. Press down into the left heel, press it up, wide leg forward, fold. I want you to release here, pigeon toe your feet. Ooh. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Let your crown of head go, your shoulders, everything nice and loose here. Plant your hands, inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, all 10 toes point towards the top of the mat. I want you to come into another lizard lunge. So keeping hand on the inside. Now, take your breath in, exhale into your pyramid. This time I want you to skip it up just a little bit so that you can get that left heel down. Hips are squared. Hands stay on the inside of your right foot for right now. Inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, just walk your hands over to the outside of your right leg. And you're taking a little lateral body stretch. You get a little more IT band, a little bit behind the left set of ribs here. Breath here and step it forward, top of the mat. Inhale, rise. Whew. Reach overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step your right foot back. You're going to find that lizard lunge. So you got to wiggle that left foot wide here. Both hands on the inside of your left foot. Again, I'm using a block just to help here. Now spin that back foot down, find your extended side angle. Right fingertips can reach over your ear to start with. And then I want you to make some big circles in each direction. And just hold here for just a moment, getting the hips nice and open, the spine nice and long. Breath in, big switch here. Press into that left foot, turn your right toes slightly out. You're going to find a lateral lunge or a Skandasana into that back knee. Be really careful in that transition. Make sure if you're in Skandasana that back right glute is really nice and active. Your hands can stay on the ground too. Breathe into the inner thigh here. Take a breath in. Exhale, press it down. Find your wide leg forward fold. So I'm just moving right through the center and letting the crown of my head go. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, lizard lunge, top of the mat. Again, you're going to keep that right knee up just a moment. Maybe grab that block and find your pyramid from here. Keeping the hands on the inside of that left foot. So it's a little off center, a little bit more inner thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, walk your hands to the outside of the left foot. Crown of head folds. Back through center, step forward, top of the mat. Inhale, roll all the way to stand. Reach overhead. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, step it back, downward facing dog. We're going to continue to build on that sequence, changing things just a little bit this time around. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees, walk or step, top of mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. As you fold on the exhale, walk your feet hip width apart. Step your left foot back. Find your lizard lunge. Just a moment here. In that lizard lunge, take the inhale. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the left fingertips over your ear. Press down, open up through your chest. Breath here. Exhale, Skandasana or lateral lunge, your choice, into that back knee. Make sure you turn your toes out. Protect the back knee. Right toes can point to the ceiling. Press down, wide leg forward fold. Adjust your feet again. You want to pigeon toe the feet. If you want to make this a little bit more intense, wrap your hands around your ankles. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet. Plant your hands, inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, lizard lunge, top of the mat. Let's set that left knee to the earth. Drop open, blade edge, right foot. Find your twist. Right fingertips reach to sky. Right arm can wrap around your low back here. But let that right knee drop open, getting into your outer right leg. Everything back to 12 o'clock. Keep your hands on the inside of that right foot. So let's find a half split from here. So just changing that pyramid, staying down on the ground. Hands are on the inside of the right foot. Still flex through the right ankle. Draw the toes back towards you. Keep your hips squared. Now, same thing. I want you to take an inhale, and as you exhale, just walk your hands to the outside of that right leg. Again, you're getting lateral body stretch. You're getting more of an IT band here. Sink into that right foot. Step left foot to meet right. Inhale, rise. Unwind. Bring your hands to heart center. I want you to root through that right foot, lift the left knee for a standing knee raise. Just a little bit of extra balance work right here. Find your focal point. You can bring your arms overhead if you prefer, but just keep a lift, flex through the ankle. Left foot down, just roll it all out, shake it out. And inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. On the exhale, fold, heel toe your feet hip width apart and step your right foot back, lizard lunge. Last time through on the left side, take the inhale. Exhale, extended side, dropping that back foot so that it's parallel to the back edge of your mat. Really letting your chest, your shoulders, everything open up here. Take an inhale. Exhale, Skandasana or lateral lunge, turning the back toes out just slightly. Flexing those left toes towards the ceiling. Really feel that inner thigh opening. Take an inhale. As you exhale, wide leg forward folds. And again, you can take this a little bit more by wrapping hands around ankles or catching your big toes. Wiggle through the jaw, the neck, shoulders release. Plant your hands, inhale, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, lizard lunge, set the right knee down, find your twist. Back to 12 o'clock. Take the inhale, exhale, half split. Send your hips back, square your hips. Flex the left toes back towards you. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, walk the hands over to the outside of that left leg. Woo. Take an inhale. Exhale, sink back into that left knee. Right foot meets left. Inhale, rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Root down into your left foot, right knee rises, standing knee raise. And breathe. Right foot meets left. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in that down dog. Breathe in. Exhale, open up the mouth. Exhale, side it out. Draw your knees to the earth. Let's come over to a seat from here. And just step your feet out front so that they're mat width apart. I want you to wrap your hands around your shins. Take an inhale, just lift really nice and tall. Lift your chin, shoulders open. And now exhale, round through the spine, tuck your chin, spread your shoulders. And move with your breath here. Inhale to open, exhale to round. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, make sure you grab a block, come all the way down to your back, hug your knees in, wrap your hands around your shins and just rock from side to side. Make some circles, roll your ankles. Now set your feet to the mat. I want you to take that block on the lowest setting and just slide it under your tailbone. Let your hips settle. Arms down by your ribs. Send the feet to the ceiling for a waterfall. Adjust your hips. You can close your eyes, bend the knees. Hug your right knee in, let your left leg come long. Hug the left knee in, send the right leg long. Now let your left leg meet your right and just find your full open body stretch here. Let your feet fall open, your palms open. Adjust the block so you don't have any crunchiness in your back. Walk your heels back. And just take that block out. Make sure you walk your feet mat width apart. Open your arms up into a T. Breath in. As you exhale, let your knees fall to the right. Look at your left hand. Inhale, knees through center. Exhale, let them fall to the left. Look at your right hand. Inhale, knees through center. Hug them into your chest. This time, grab opposite elbows. Give yourself a really nice tight squeeze. And then exhale, find Shavasana. Allow your feet to fall open, your palms to open, and just an easy breath through the body for these last few minutes of practice. And on an inhale, reach the arms overhead, take a full body stretch. As you exhale, draw one knee in and then the other, rock a bit. And settle to either side in a fetal position. And use the strength of your arms to press yourself up to a seated position. Sitting comfortably when you arrive. Draw your hands to prayer at heart center. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And open up, exhale. Sigh that out. One more deep, full breath, fill up. And open up, exhale. Sigh that out. Draw your thumbs to forehead center. The light within me recognizes and honors the light within each of you. Namaste. And as always, thank you so much for joining me.